will surprise no one to know that Jason and I had a Disneyland podcast for a while, and that we actually still have one, but it's a different show. And if that sounds confusing, it is, because we actually had a show before the two I just mentioned, which means I've had a total of 3 Disneyland podcasts in my life, which is 3 more than what is in the Journal of Good Health and Behavior listed as normal. But on that podcast, we came up with a word, as is a normal thing to do, called Fundersad. And Fundersad describes the last day of a Disneyland trip. It describes that day where you still have time to go into the park, you still have time to go on rides and experience all the wonder and magic of Disneyland, but in the back of your head you know reality's coming. You're gonna have to get in a car and travel back to your normal life. Actually, I gotta put this paper down because it's making a bunch of noise. And for where I'm at 41 years old, traveling up to the redwoods with an amazing crew and getting to make movies and film things and talk to people and work with gear and set up shots, that's not my reality. That's not my normal day-to-day thing. That's a special thing that feels like Disneyland to me. We had like that first day in the park up there. That first trip was magical and it was wonderful, and there was still another trip to look forward to. But now I'm sitting here knowing that this is the last trip coming up. I have to get up at 1:50 in the morning, 1:50 a.m., and be down in Sacramento to load gear at 3 a.m., and then we will be back up in the redwoods at like 11 a.m. or something like that. And that's the last trip. After that, we have to come back, and Jason and I have to figure out how to edit all this footage into something that somebody would want to watch. In some way, I think Jason and I feel like now it's kind of up to you. It's up to the people watching. It's up to us to produce something good, but it's up to the world to decide if these are stories people are interested in hearing. And so there's like a little apprehension about that. To tell you the truth, when we first went up to the redwoods, I wasn't planning on like letting my guard down or anything. I'm not a redwood, coastal redwood person. I'm more of a sequoia person, and so you're thinking like it's kind of weird that you have a preference in redwood trees. That's not a normal thing. And so I had my guard up when we went up there. It's a little far north. It's a little quirky, if you will. So I planned to go up there and have a great time with the crew and shoot some amazing footage and get some great interviews, but definitely planned on not emotionally getting attached and keeping my guard up. But something weird happened when we went up there. The people that were running the establishments we went to, Tom and Barbara from the Chandelier Tree, and Doug and Carol Campbell, and Tony the train guy from Confusion Hill, they were just so welcoming and so exactly what a host of a roadside attraction should be, that I found myself letting my guard down a little bit. And when you let your guard down, this terrible thing happens. Part of your heart falls out on the floor, which is both gross, but it's also a real thing. And when I got back from those trips and I was thinking back of them, I thought, man, I planned on just going up there and filming, and I accidentally left a piece of my heart up there. And so I love the redwoods now. It's like that trip and that experience is now a memory that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, and I'm very excited. I'm excited to go back up there. I want to go now. I want to get in the car and drive up there now and see all those places, even though I just saw them like 8 days ago or something like that. I'm ready to go, but still feeling a little Fundersad that this is the last trip, and after this we have to make something happen.